Welcome to One Shot Presents. I'm Brick. You know what we do here. We review comics and action figures. I'm in downtown San Antonio in front of the Alamo. Yeah, that's right, the Alamo. I'm out here for business, but I figured I'd throw out a show. This week, I'm reviewing Cuba My Revolution by Averna Lopez and Dean Haspiel. Well, like I said, I've chosen Cuba My Revolution by Averna Lopez and Dean Haspiel, and this is a really cool book. Being that we're at the Alamo and stuff like that, it is appropriate. It's about this artist named Sonia. She's a starving artist, you know, she's trying to make her way through as an artist, and she totally believes in the revolution, Fidel Castro's revolution. And it's a really interesting thing of seeing the perspective of somebody that totally believes in something, like just totally body, soul, spirit, everything. Unfortunately, the revolution does let her down. And that's a problem, especially if you're an artist, because, I mean, artists tend to be liberal. They tend to be, you know, like, oh, once a cause starts, they really are part of it. And when the Castro regime in Cuba started to just go south, and especially when they became hardcore communists, her whole identity is crushed. I mean, it's a really moving book. It's really sad and really tragic. And especially when she does leave Cuba, because that's her soul, that's her heart, and she comes to the United States. It's a really tragic book. That being said, it's a really great book to read. I had a good time reading it. There were times where I was moved, there were times where I was very sympathetic, times where I was very angry. It's a great book to read. Out of 5, I'm going to give it a 4. Well, here I am in the Alamo courtyard. It's beautiful, people are walking around. Had to take a rest. It's really humid in San Antonio. I'm sweating like a dog. But one of the cool things about San Antonio is they have great comic book stores. One in particular is Dragon's Lair. I went there, the staff is really friendly. They have a great selection of comics and action figures. What I purchased was Batman Reborn's Batgirl. Now, I love this figure. As soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick her up. It's a great representation of Stephanie. I mean, like, even the slight smile, the blonde flowing locks, it's just a great figure, real fun to look at. Can't wait to pose her out with the rest of my Batman and the Rose Gallery and stuff like that, because she is a great figure. It's from DC Direct. It's about $19.99. But more importantly, the people at Dragon's Lair, they were really fun, they were really friendly, they were very inviting about everything that One Shot had to do, you know, with comics and stuff. And I want to thank them for making us feel at home. So anyway, if you're in town, go to Dragon's Lair. If you want to purchase a cool figure, get Batgirl. Out of 5, I'm going to give her a 5. During the Comic-Con, we had the pleasure of talking to Gabriel and Fabio Moon, so check this out.
All right, we're here with Gabriel and Fabio Moon. Guys, thanks for being on the show.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
So with Day Tripper, tell me a little bit about how you're, kind of infusing Brazil with kind of America. Seems like it's a pretty good fusion of cultures, like kind of expanding some American people's minds maybe and learning a few things. How does that play into you guys making the book?
Well, our book is really about feelings, and we just feel that people need to pay more attention to each other, and having a story going, happening on a place a little bit different from what they're used to helps us telling the story that we want to, help people paying attention to the stuff that we want them to. So that's how we do it.
Another version of the answer? It's the same answer. We like to take the story to a place where people are not so accustomed to. So when they see something, they recognize themselves in a feeling or in a situation in a different setting, it enhances the response from the public. So if it takes place in Brazil, it's different, even if it's similar, it's different enough that people keep paying attention on everything.
Are there any like you know, influences that have been, you know, kind of affecting you guys lately with other comics that maybe kind of play into that at all, or is it just, you know, something that you guys feel comics doesn't explore enough?
Well, comics don't explore what we do. That's what we're trying to do with Day Trippers. It's what we feel it's not being done, and we wanted to do so because we wanted that kind of comic to be read, and we don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot more on comics that, you know, could be done, and you know, the readers should know that, and especially the authors should know that. So that's what we're trying to do.
Well, thank you guys very much. Best of luck, and congratulations on all your success so far.
That's our show. Thanks for joining us. We really want to thank Dragon's Lair. They're a really cool comic book store. If you're in the San Antonio area, you ought to check it out. We also want to thank Night Flight Comics, the greatest comic book store in the world. And yeah, thank you guys for being there for us. We want to thank Comics Nexus, Big Shiny Robot, all of you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.